Hi guys, welcome back to the Corper podcast. My name is Fikemi, your beautiful host. And today, as you can see, I have a whole, army with me. I have three amazing people here. As my guests today, I'm going to be talking about our 6-month updates on NYSC. So if you'd like to hear more about this, keep watching and keep listening. Okay, so we'll start off with introductions. My name is Fikemi, as you guys already know. And from my right, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Unction, aka Unky.
Hi, Unky.
Hi.
And to my left, I have...
Hi guys, my name is Canon. Yes, not the camera, but like
and my far left.
Hi everybody, my name is Precious and I don't have an AKA or a cool name like that.
So we're going to be talking about like our 6 months updates, how NYC has been so far. So we're all coppers basically. We don't look like coppers, but like so we don't look like coppers, but like we're actually just going to give our 6 months update. So we'll talk a bit about camp, we'll talk a bit about our present PPA experience. So to start off, we'll start with camp. Where did you serve?
I served in Lagos. I'm serving in Lagos and I was at Lagos camp.
Yeah, I served in Ogun State camp. Yeah.
Unction.
I served in Ogun State camp.
Yeah, so I also served in Ogun State. I also served in Ogun State camp. So basically, right, when you got your call-up letter, how did you feel? Like, were you excited? Were you nervous? Like, what was your reaction?
To be honest, I was excited because it's Lagos. What I've always wanted. So I was really excited. Yeah.
Were you excited, Canon?
Yeah, for real. Let me be honest with you. Yeah. When the call-up letter came out, I saw Lagos Corper. I was like, nice. That's good. It means why they worked. And I screwed up, I just saw Shagamu. I said, damn.
That was me.
So what is going on here?
Are you serious?
I'm telling you, then I said, okay, fine. I'll just do my camp day and, come back to my, my place.
It's Lagos.
Residence,
Okay. So for me, like when I saw Shagamu, I was actually excited because my dad had his site he was working on close to this. So it felt familiar.
Yeah.
And personally, right, they said it was 5-star camp. So I thought I was going to be posted to Lagos camp.
Yeah, top 5.
And if you actually look at it, let's compare, like from what you've seen, right? You've been to Lagos camp and what you've heard about Ogun State camp, like which would you say is better?
I mean, I've not seen anything that's so good about the Lagos camp, to be honest.
Wow.
I don't know what you people are all about.
But it was better
Lagos,
than your camp though.
I mean, in what way? Can
In
you point out
In always except the food, Sha.
No,
I heard you guys had pancake. We didn't.
Did you guys
Do you know the
have
quality of our
24/7
jollof
water?
rice?
24/7 light? Do you have that?
Okay, let's end this conversation, please. That shit is too much.
What?
You so 24/7 like.
Yes, we always had
In
lights.
camp.
Even though we were
Wow.
on camp, parade ground, there was lights in the hostel.
Whatever, nobody cares.
I
Anyway,
think this argument has.
no, I'm just joking. But honestly, okay, let's talk about food, right?
Okay.
Our jollof rice.
No, but food, Fikemi,
The quality of-
you won't win the argument. I
You
think
can't even support and pretend.
What's it concerning?
No, like Lagos, the food in Lagos camp is not really anybody's
But I think
made
the
like that.
food-
Even I was surprised.
But the food in camp, right? I was actually surprised, kind of do like
Yeah,
The quality of-
the food was
we had
calm.
soups, like
we had
proper
calm.
soups and nice.
I feel the food from Ogun State camp, is quite a top level compared
Yeah.
to. You know why I'm saying this is because Lagos is Lagos. Ogun State is like you're closer to the village and all that. So
Yeah, they actually
it's-
surprised
exactly.
us.
So you get that village feel from it. You get
Well,
from that your ancestors type of because
I was impressed with both the
so you
range
get me.
because I mean we had smoothies like ice cream,
Bro, we
pancake.
didn't have
We had-
CDs though.
If you want to eat junk, we even had pizza, shawarma in Mami Market, and then we also had like a wedu and
She
a
said
Mami
pizza.
market.
We had pizza too now.
Those things are
Wait.
not.
Pizza.
No, those things are not good for your system, now.
Yeah.
So you need, mama's made,
But for me, like those 3 weeks were for enjoyment, so I don't really go there to be doing fit farm.
Fit farm.
But generally, we had shawarma, we had ice cream, we had coffee.
Yeah, we had.
We had coffee too.
We had yam and
Nestle,
chips.
Nestle.
Yeah.
We had soup.
Generally,
We had
the
that.
food both ways was really good. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about Lagos.
But I mean, the food that they were cooking, No, I never
Inside
ate
the
from
tent.
the
But the
dining.
sad part is, we are talking about the food, but like, were we ever allowed to eat and let the food digest?
Do you understand? Before you finish eating, they don't blow with
You
you.
know, there was this time after church.
So-
I was still wearing like my
Oh my
normal
God.
church outfit. So apparently you're not allowed to go to my market without your white on white.
Yeah.
So we now went and I was before 12, we went to quickly eat. As I was about to eat the hot jollof rice, the woman now came and was like shouting at the lady that was the place that why would she allow coppers to come and eat without, so like I should go. I said, and leave the food. It was like, if you don't leave here, soldiers now came and everything. It was
that
just
actually never happened to me because I mean I was always on time.
okay.
That's one thing about me. And when I was in Kappa, I used to move alone because I didn't have anybody to tell.
Are you
So
serious?
I would
How did you
leave
survive?
really early, go and I like being alone. I enjoy anything solo.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
like,
just
would you say it's because you didn't have like familiar people with you?
I mean I had people that I knew and I was cool with, but there was time for everything. The time we spent on the parade ground was our time. After parade, we should get out.
No, like what I mean
No,
is,
actually,
like,
obviously, you have your own alone time. And
Yeah.
you don't meet people all the time. But for me, it's friends that kept me going.
I
camp.
did not have
I'm
friends,
about
because-
to lose it.
Yeah,
that's
my,
what I'm
my
asking, like,
mates
did you have-
went to camp before me, so I was one batch late. So there was no way I was going
Oh
to see my
yeah,
mates
that's what I was
anywhere,
asking.
So
that's
how many
why.
free time do you have like having camp?
Yes,
Can you
that's what you
Free
see.
time, like you know when you're done with parade in the, like I think devotion in the morning, there's time to eat.
Yeah.
That entire period I'm alone.
Mm.
Then we come back in the
So you
afternoon.
go to mommy market alone?
Yes.
I
Actually,
was
so-
so shy that guys are
I
looking
don't-
at my
I mean,
bum.
there was that aspect of, because you know Lagos camp is like a field. So if you want to get, you have to cross. I did not care, to be honest. If you are not can you
I actually enjoyed alone time in camp.
I loved it. I
sometimes.
loved it. I loved
Like
it
going
so
to
much.
eat alone was nice sometimes.
It was
I
nice
need
all the time.
friends though.
I'm not
friends.
sure- I'm not sure about that one.
I mean, I was not really alone because in the first place, the privacy is not even all that because there are
True,
so
to be
many
honest.
people are making noise. So you're not really alone when you think about it.
It's just like you trying to mentally
See,
tell yourself you have
the truth
space.
about the matter is, you can't be alone in camp.
Yeah,
That's
true,
what
it's
it
your
is.
business.
You know why? Because even if you're alone, so maybe the parade ground, somebody from nowhere will come and meet you. I want to be your friend.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Yes.
people didn't have
I said
Random people.
in my
Random people in
life,
camp,
in my
eh?
life, I don't think I've ever met the amount of confident girls I met.
I mean, you are a fine boy.
Also-
Like that.
it's
Nothing is
No, for real.
Girls walked up to
They will
you.
come to you,
Yes, now.
tell you their intentions.
Ah,
and
girls.
let me tell you something that happened in camp.
Okay.
I woke up 4 a.m. Trust me, I was, because that was when we're we're hustling for PP and all that. So I was like, okay, I was expecting a call from somebody. So at around like 4, somebody called me and said that there's something urgent. I should check my WhatsApp. I thought, oh, nice, my PPA, nice, okay.
Yeah.
I checked. So girls, somebody said hi. I checked the name. I saw Olivia or something like that.
Hi,
Like,
Olivia.
I
Poor
was like, okay,
Olivia.
Olivia, okay, this is good. Maybe she's like, a PA or something to
Yeah.
where I'm going to, because I didn't have time for all that. I said, okay, then I said, why are you texting me by this time? She said she wants to see me after the parade.
Wow.
Olivia, bold of
I was like,
Both of you.
wow. I
Like,
said, okay,
wow.
fine. After parade ground and everything, she called me again that where am I, that I should meet her at the Red Cross, something like that. All this is where like, okay, what's happening here?
I'm sure you
Like,
were
I was-
intrigued, like you were interested, like this.
I was lost, like what's going
Wow.
on here? Eventually I met the girl and I was, to my surprise, she just said, oh, she just wanted to like see who I was and get
No, but Ogun
like,
State
okay,
camp
wow,
girls had mine.
this is
That's
Actually,
one thing.
Fikemi was there,
they
so
had,
what do you
they had,
expect?
they had balls.
I mean,
No,
no,
but
but I
generally-
didn't have time for any of that romance because I feel like it was all fake. Like,
Shouldn't you think?
it's just 21 days.
I feel
It's
like-
not
Don't
I
talk
feel like-
to me direct.
I
I really thought I found the one in camp.
Lord.
You.
let me share my own camp story. Like I was
Yeah.
not really involved, but I was hanging around. So there was this guy that I knew liked me, and I was in a relationship before camp. In camp, I was in a relationship, so I was not really ready to mingle. Like that.
Yeah.
So this guy liked me, and he liked talking to me, like hanging out with me, and it's cool because I mean you're lonely. Camp is we might as well. So there was this girl that liked him, and then she started giving me attitude. Whenever I'm talking to him, she literally from her face, right? So me, I told him that this your babe. What for now, please free me. I don't like the eyes I'm getting. So like he does not really like her that he's just the fling like for 3 weeks. So I was like, okay, now I get it because it's not possible to
Yes, now most of
meet. I mean, people meet their soulmates in camp. That's fine, but I feel like you will know from the way it's going.
But it just
camp,
like
if it's going to last.
so like when you're having a conversation, for example, right? The whole thing about babes being bold, I feel like it's because they were like, oh, we're not going to be here forever, so I might as well. I'm not see this person ever in my life again.
Yeah.
So like it's just 3 weeks. But some people took it deep, especially this whole relationship thing. Like maybe they didn't intend like, okay, as we're going out of as we're in camp now, we're going to marry. It was just 3 weeks, but it will set a good foundation for something to happen after.
Yeah.
That's why.
And to be honest, if somebody gets attracted to you in that white and white, they really like you because I used to look like.
Bro, I beg somebody like on your skull, like what I was just too I was hot and I was on skull. So then white on white, come on.
Yeah,
To be
no,
honest,
no,
no, because we'll be so stressed, like
Yes,
you,
you
and then
son.
soldiers will be
I
embarrassing
get
you,
that.
and you'll still fall
And
in
you'll
love.
be
and
running.
you'll still be
Doors,
falling.
everything.
That means they genuinely saw what was inside.
True, sure.
Cute. But anyways, yeah, let's talk about experience with soldiers, right? Because in different countries, the Lagos camp had chilled soldiers, everything was fun, nice. In Ogun State, to be honest, the soldiers weren't strict, but like, okay, it seems like I have a lot to say.
There's nothing like strict, or they were strict, although they had their weakness, the feminine gender or the women. you get. So they treat just as if they have preference. They treat the guys like like
They're tougher with the guys.
Thank you. But the ladies, man, like I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. Maybe they feel it's like a norm there. They have the set of girls they prey on and stuff. You get.
Well,
but those guys,
okay.
see, I will be honest with you. Those army guys are wolves, and like let me be honest with you. That to me, because it's unfair now. They said equality and all that. The guys will rush the guys. They will see me say, "Ron, do this one, do this one." They will see one guy and be like, "Oh, take your time."
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You literally frog jump with guys. Like
No. You're lying.
Although maybe they are maybe they are favorite girls or something.
no, I never witnessed that.
Everybody,
I
I felt like we were treated like
equally.
because they would tell us like if we're coming out late, and we had the female soldiers, right? So female soldiers were very strict with us. Male soldiers were very strict. I didn't even see any form of romance.
No, a male soldier, but
yes.
ice cream once.
Thank you. That's what I'm
You
saying.
don't want it as anything.
No, that's what I'm
If a male
saying.
soldier buys your ice cream, you
That-
want
that's-
it.
It was hot.
Exactly.
And then I needed
The ones-
to cool
He's a
down.
soldier. Why is he meant to care about you being hot or not?
The
Why
ones-
can't you buy ice cream for yourself? Do you get?
The
Obviously,
ones
there's something
coming to your
attached.
room, to your hostels,
Female
are
soldiers.
Yeah, it's different. Maybe if those female soldiers are in our hostels, so maybe it should be a different.
So like the female soldiers, right? They were actually not as nice. The only time they were on, and they were very strict whenever you gave an excuse of I have cramps, because they felt like it was a general excuse. But I feel like for guys in your hostel, I didn't know what was happening in your hostel. So
It was like it was a war zone there. You must wake up at 5. I think 5:30, right? Was it 5:30?
no, it was 4:30.
4:30. You must wake up 4:30. You must do this. If you will not even brush your teeth, you just.
But they did it for everybody now.
Yeah, like
They did it
that's
for
camp.
everybody.
Coming to camp, you have that mentality that
Our own was
we are
just
going to be
different.
treated like cows.
No, they did it for us too. Listen, that
Although there were loopholes and all that, so I will get to that.
To be honest, I do not have any like personal experience with soldiers because I just don't like stress in my life. Okay, so like the general commandant, the man was very friendly. Like the man was always gisting with us, singing with us. So his subordinates too were like on that same vibe. So we were all guys. Even when we were they were not harsh on us, to be honest. Okay, they were shouting outside, everybody outside. But at the end of the day, we still when we want. So Lagos camp was cool. But although there were times where they would punish people, and I'm like, what's going on with the energy today?
It's not extreme.
And then there was this guy that was seizing ladies' phones, sunglasses, just because he likes them. So if he sees a girl he likes, he just get her sunglasses so that she can come and talk to him, and then he can now. According to what I heard though.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I never got to any of those.
And that one was actually a thing, because according to what I heard too, I did not say I saw it or heard it personally, but according to what I heard, there was a lot of that in camp. Like, you'd hear, like, so there was one time, I think, something happened and I went to report for punishment or something. And then, like, so in camp, right, I saw one of my male friends from school. So we hadn't seen each other, like, since convocation and all of that. So when I saw him, I did not remember that you don't hug on the parade ground.
You don't?
So, you don't hug on the parade ground because it's like, so the image he gave me was like, imagine you see two soldiers holding male and female. That's like, this was able to be, you know, top of your game. So we now saw each other. It was after they said, okay, you can rest, and she was like, oh, hi, just simple or go. So the man now saw, so like, so as they're hugging, like, come like that as they're hugging. So I was like, no. So he actually made us like walk to meet him in front, like on the parade ground. So it was so weird. So after he said to come and meet him and all of that, so now I went to meet him. So what they were discussing, they were talking about how, like, you know this inside joke, you don't see that babe, Abby, you don't run that babe, something. And some of them were Hausa, so I could tell, like, they were trying to, like, for example, one babe passed, I think she was to pick something. So I think they were not like, the baby that or something. Like, there was this inside joke as far, and I was just like, wow. So I now started putting my ear out more, and then babes will now be discussing among themselves that, oh, have you seen that soldier? I'm like, so this is going on. Like,
I mean, I had a roommate that was rumored to be dating one man who war.
Yes, now, like, babes were dating.
You not see the main soldier in the top test top. Man who war that you went to date.
You know what you just successfully did now? Just proved me right.
that was
Said they're wolves now.
because
they know who they want to leech on and they get them, and you know, that was probably a tactic too,
yeah, like,
to,
and
you know.
I learned this more when during this devotion in the morning where they were punishing people and saying that they cause people with drugs having sex. I said, when? Do you know when they said that?
Markets now. That was Sodom and Gomorrah.
Did you see?
Yeah, we had that too.
Bro.
We were caught with drugs, and then that was when the state commander stopped allowing gifts from outside. So there was one girl that, you know, in my room, her birthday was like today, and the cake came in, and the state commander made the road the next day. Like, we legit did Thanksgiving in the room because that cake was sweet. And imagine if we
They
made that
didn't
cake.
let gifts.
They didn't let
You
anything.
guys, they didn't allow piercing. They
They
didn't
let us
allow
have
dyeing hair.
visitors.
They didn't allow
Yeah.
beards.
Yeah,
Like,
Obese camp was crazy.
They
They
didn't
didn't
allow
allow
beards.
high hair. So there were lots of guys that had
guys
their
cut
hair
their
cut.
hair now.
People
Yes,
are
so
dreads.
lashes. They cut lashes. Like,
In my
they cut
camp,
it.
girls were wearing full frontal on parade ground, like with
Nah,
lashes.
they didn't allow a lot of things in our camp, and I think because our state coordinator was a very, like, she's like, you know, like a very Christian lady, modern. So like, she wasn't.
Shout out to your
Apparently,
mommy, your color mommy.
the set that came before us,
Did a lot of
Did a
crazy
lot.
things.
okay, that's
they
what
committed crimes, you understand? So
They did a lot of crazy because we used to use.
maybe that was
Yeah.
why.
I mean, it's just 3 weeks.
You guys,
Yeah.
I want, okay.
Yeah, go on.
Did you guys notice? Did you guys notice this public school and private school?
Oh my god.
Do you know what?
Okay.
That's a topic, but let's hold it. Let's hold it like this. Everybody hold. Everybody
Hold
hold.
it.
Wait. Everybody
Wait,
hold.
what? Call me.
Everybody hold. No, we're going to like talk about it here, but like,
Okay.
let's just
Oh God, and oh my God.
just hold it.
It was
Just
just
hold it.
embarrassing.
We just hold it.
Oh.
I feel like this will not be really like a fair competition because we always private schools.
It is
But-
fair.
It is
Wait,
fair.
but hold
It's fair
on.
because we were always
Wait,
getting attacked.
Wait, you guys
I'm
can
just
say
saying.
this.
And you have that
You
slang
guys,
to say.
guys.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. But like, what I wanted to finish up was the whole conversation about like the what would I call it? Things banned in camp, like things that were not allowed.
Yeah.
So like my issue with what you said now, with is it not? Would you? Okay, let me put it this way. Would you advise that when people are going to camp, because these people already know that okay, you are putting male and female people, like 2,000 people, male and female gender, you know, would you say they should provide like condoms and like teach people like okay, having a smoking area so that they don't put other coppers in trouble? For example, you're smoking weed. It's not allowed though, but then somebody is smoking weed there. You know that they will still bring cigarettes and there's an asthmatic person in the room. You know how tight the rooms are. And then, for example, you know people will still want to have sex and you don't want them to carry HIV and all of that. Would you advise that it's something they should pitch?
Yes, definitely, because the lady said, the state coordinator said that you can come for NYSC until you're 35 years old. So, I mean, 35-year-old is a lot. It's not, I mean, that's something that people can do.
Yeah, they are
So it's not like school where we're all 21. Do you get?
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely, if you have a smoking, that's actually a good idea.
Because personally, right, I don't support, all this like frolicking and all of that. I'm a very Christian girl. But generally, I don't want to look at it from like everybody's like that. So for the safety of the general public, because if not, you transfer STIs, HIV, and all of that.
This thing you're saying, but like people that smoke should have their own
Designated area.
Yeah, people that want to have sex and
no, not like a room or just like a space.
And like it's okay, but like but like we are in camp, like it's 3 weeks now. Hold yours. Like fair. I feel like camp is not a place that you come to have fun.
I feel like
it's dreamy.
I feel like you're speaking from a personal point of view.
No, I feel like that's actually
people are addicted.
So no, me too. I would like.
Yeah,
No,
I
they're
will get
addicted,
to
but
that.
that's
I will
the
get to
training
what
that
you
But
comes
that's
with
the
camp.
point. You're coming. I feel like people just go to camp without really knowing like, what
it
it
entails.
Like me, I never
It's not
expect
for
much
fun.
from things.
No, obviously,
It's not
when
for
you-
fun.
It's 3 weeks of discipline.
when you
understand?
come to camp, there are obviously like loopholes, obviously, to do all those things. So we'll get to that. Or should I?
You can start
Should I
now.
answer the loophole?
Yeah, enter the loopholes. Enter
Okay.
the holes.
So where do I start from? Okay. First of all, from the gate, if you want to enter the camp, everybody has a prize. You get, so you beat that, you enter the checkpoint before you enter your hostel. There's another loophole there. Understand?
Yeah.
So when you get familiar with those guys there,
Yeah.
you're
Because
good to
everybody
go.
has a price.
Exactly.
to be fair.
But the problem is when you're caught by somebody else, maybe the chief army guy or
Yeah.
something, in big trouble. Like when
Yeah,
like when he caught me with, I was wearing Crocs. The guy called me. I should come here. I should remove that thing. I said,
Yeah.
"What's up? What? That thing, like that evil thing, that black
Are you
thing."
serious?
Yes. I said, "Sir, I don't know. Sir,
Evil?
who allowed this thing inside?" He said, "Sir, I don't know. Like I just came inside. Like, I was trying to, Said, no, remove that thing. Give me one leg and hop to that Mami market and come back."
Oh my
Says,
God.
I was like trying to plead my,
Yeah, that you're going to keep it or
This
something.
guy didn't allow me. He said, "Oh, you're part of them, Abi." He started speaking one slang or something. He said I'm a cultist.
One time.
Wow.
My heart started beating.
All of this.
Because
He
the
said,
soldier-
"What's going on here?" He said, I've done all these things you're doing.
Ew.
Better give me that one leg. He said, "Don't worry, give me, you collect when you're going home." I just gave him the thing. I said, "Should I give you second leg?" He said, "Like, can't be going." The guy said, "Don't worry, just give me one leg and go back. And don't sin again." I was like,
Sin and no sin again.
They said, like, "Okay, fine, thank you for sparing my life." So I went back,
Kind of big, it's so dramatic.
so I went back and committed another sin.
What was
So
the sin?
this one was the biggest of all. When we arrived at camp, I couldn't sleep with the other guys there in camp. Like the room,
In the
because
room.
we were too congested. Like
How
nah.
many were you guys?
I came out like I can't be sleeping with all these guys.
Yeah,
Like
but-
they will steal my days.
How many were you guys in your room?
We lost like
20-something.
I think more than that, right?
We're 20.
Because it was opposite like bomb.
We
to
were
bomb.
40, I
It was
can't
like-
even
it
remember.
was-
40.
It was like
No, we're like that something.
because it was like bomb.
Yeah.
So I entered now. I said no. I spoke to the army guy. I said, "You have to find something for me."
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Don't worry, my guy. I said, "Okay, don't worry now." So this guy finished me in that camp. Every day I should credit a lot.
Just so you.
So you had it, you.
So
Kind of like an estimate of how much you
I
were.
can't even. Like, don't worry. I'll get
See,
to
when
that
you're going
part.
to camp, you just have to have money to be comfortable.
We will
So
get that money.
what
back.
we
I
now
never
did.
really spent. I mean, fine girl privilege.
That's one.
Moving on.
You are very much in your
So
world.
this guy told me, "Okay, this is it." So when we entered the camp, there's some called temporary room. So I had the room just to myself, just out in the hostel. So me and my friend went into the room, did everything we had to do, settle and all that.
Yeah.
We were living.
So it was like a spare
we were
room.
living happily ever after, for a certain period of time, 2
Yeah.
weeks, 5 days to the end of our stay in camp. Guess what happened?
I remember this just.
Some guys came, they were like, "Okay, they want to stay with us." They can't be doing this, that they used to steal from them and all that. I said, "God, these people want to put us in trouble and
Yeah.
problem." That's what they kept. As nice guys, we allowed them. 3 days to the end of our stay in camp, they entered our room. Boom. Where is the guy? I said, "Which guy?"
Who came to your room?
5 army guys, 7, I think, police officers.
Wow.
4 staffs, the state coordinator, and 2 other guys. I don't know where they're from. It was serious. I said, what's going on here? What's happening? They said there's somebody here that is smoking Indian hemp or something like that and doing all that thing and has contraband and has that. Immediately I said, who is the person? I'm like, they called the person's name, who is Ola. I said, they looked at me. I looked at them back, which Ola? I don't know, what are you saying? Next thing, the guy was sleeping. Oh God. They just flipped the guy like this, under his bed.
There was
things.
everything.
All manner of things.
Hey.
It's like
My heart started beating. See, I'm finished. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, because they will associate you guys.
They said, okay, good. We found the first person. Now, all of you, your bags. Open my bag, did everything. I said, I'm clean. I'm a good person. I'm good. Please. Said, no, you are not. No, nothing like that.
Wow.
As far as this thing was found here, you people are accomplices. They're trying to beg for me that they know me. The army guy that used to self, they're denying me. Ha! Said I'm in trouble. Said, okay, fine, good, nice. Did they allocate this room to you? Jesus. My heart's fat. I wanted to leave my body.
Honestly.
I didn't know what to do.
That was
an extra offense.
issue, yeah.
I said, God, I'm in trouble. I said, no, but there's a reason for that. I said, they're cooking up lies in my head. I said, okay, I know what to do. We left. We wrote everything. We didn't sleep. We were awake from when it caught us around 11 p.m. till the next morning. After writing our statement, we went, brushed our teeth, came to the parade ground. We did not sleep. We stood there. They brought this thing for us too. They wanted the campus. Said it can never be me. Started making calls. Left, right, center. Eventually, lucky enough, you have connections.
But I hope they decant the actual.
Of course,
Yeah,
I'll get to that.
Issue.
So this wicked human being didn't even try to clear our names and all that. We're like, Canon, you be dead then.
Jesus.
Wow.
Canon, you be dead. Canon, Yoruba, you can't get one Yoruba. Canon. Hey, Canon, you did. Canon, you did. You know them now. Say no, now please. I don't know anybody. Maybe he's looking at they are not looking at my name. Who's Canon? His name was not sounding like someone that would be vicious or something.
Yeah.
Say please, I'm a good boy. And don't forget this gears on face, please. I'm good.
Oh my days.
Eventually, somebody just called the woman and said that these are my boys. That you shouldn't do that. Leave them. I was like, oh, because I called my sister as a lawyer. Maybe I don't even know. Somebody called her. Apparently, it was something IG or police. I don't even know how he got there. He said that he should free us for now. I said, okay, but who allocated that room to us? Like before they release us, that we must, I said, okay, let me find something to say. I told my friend, this guy Maro, one of my friends, I told him, okay, see what you say. This is it. We went to so and so time and we slept in the room. After a day, we said you can't stay here again.
And that was the truth.
That was half of the truth. Mine was they were stealing from me and all that.
Yeah.
But
your other guys.
My guy, I told him to enter another level, man.
But
do something that will pull the heartstrings out. These guys are they went through a lot. So I said that every night he will come to my bed at 2 a.m. Somebody will be touching me.
That was a fact.
Jesus,
that actually happened in camp.
Who touched
maybe
you?
it happens to some
It
people.
happens to some people in camp.
I never heard. Thank you.
Someone will be touching me, romancing my legs. I say, am I dreaming or not? I asked my friend too, the same thing. I said, me, my own days always steal for me. I bought I watch 6. I bought this. All my value, my gadgets, they've stolen everything from me. I said, I can't be doing this. Wrote a lot. Made sure the excuse was bulky enough to.
That was quite
really
bulky.
That was really bulky. But extreme situations call for
submitted the
extreme.
thing, submitted the stuff,
Apparently.
So the woman said she laughed too because of the story was
Hilarious.
a bit hilarious.
You guys cooked something very funny.
Yes.
They were touching us. touching. Which means there were some
You
Shagamu.
what?
You went that trouble in camp now.
Mm.
That slapping thing was me.
Which slap?
That
That you slapped a soldier?
A soldier slapped a copper.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
I heard that
Yeah.
too, but
What happened?
I'll get to that.
Why are you talking like
What
it was
happened?
my fault? Let him finish.
So,
We still
event-
have to enter PPA talk.
so
Let's wrap up.
so
Let's wrap up.
at the end of the day, our lies and connections got us through. Those boys were eventually decamped. Although that wicked human being still tried to put me inside the
You like.
whole situation, but God came through and lucky enough for me,
Highly
I was not decamped.
Glory!
What would I say? Honestly, when it was just 3 days left, like.
Oh my God!
You
man,
why did they slap you?
You can't.
It was it's not me
Okay.
that they slapped. Like you know this seat thing now, this chair thing that they were like, don't keep chair for anybody. So we're like a whole group of friends.
Wait, in the hall?
Yeah, in the
Okay.
hall. So we're like a whole group of friends. So what we used to do, whoever like goes early, will keep chair for like the rest of the people, so we won't have to come and hustle. So apparently, so some of my girls went, then kept chair for us. When we now came, we now saw like some guys on the chair. And then my friend was like, that's the chair I kept for you. There's a guy on the chair. I was like, sorry, hi. Like, this is actually, and I was so nice. Sorry, this is actually my chair. Like, my friend said, and he was sitting on my friend's fanny pack to show you that she actually kept the chair. He was like, don't you hear, you know all this? And I'm very sure he was a public, please don't come for me, but I'm very sure he was a public university graduate. He said, he now said, weren't you here when LG said that no keeping of chair? I was like, oh, you saw the bad, like, that's like, started threatening my friends, and I was like, Jesus, I don't want to enter one chance, but there was nowhere to find chair. I was standing under the sun. I was like, honestly, please, can you just stand up? Do you know the things that he stood up and wanted to beat my friends, and
Are you serious?
I was like, Jesus, just stand up. We're talking man to, sorry, not man.
We're talking like copper beans. Yeah. Copper to copper.
As I was talking, I know that one of my friends went to go and call soldier. That sassy, what's happening? This guy, soldier just came, give them back the chair. He was like, why would I? I said, hey,
To soldier.
I said, please just give him back. See, the guy was actually fine. Next thing, I just heard twice. I just stunned.
You know you get that like the part of the course of this.
Wait, the soldier got slapped.
The soldier
slapped
slapped the
him.
guy before you know they started.
Are you serious?
Maybe the guy wanted to show himself now, you know, show that he's
That's how funny how
No, it's
they did not
physical
now
enough.
take my friend that called the soldier, because left alone to me, what was my business? So I would have left him. They not my friend that went to call soldier was not now at fault, it was now me. And I had to write statements. I'm happy that like he didn't nothing bad, but and that guy that got slapped, apparently he has connection, like his father is high rank. I don't even know what would have happened. Like,
That's crazy.
the guy that was challenging the soldier.
Yeah.
No wonder he was confident.
But generally, right, camp was like a lot of things to this. It was like a whole movie for just 3 weeks. It feels like 6 months in one,
So
to be very, very honest. But like, since you already brought up the whole conversation about schools, now we're going to enter PPA talk, right? First of all, right, I feel like the PPA was introduced to give people a better opportunity to get jobs, right? Because, for example, you go to a private school, definitely means that you have some certain level of higher power, or some certain level of like, you know, you can afford more and all of that. Definitely means you know some people here and there, better connections. And to be honest, getting job nowadays is rarely about qualification. Rarely. Qualification helps, but having a connect helps more, to be honest, because you can just put a word in and you get a job. So I feel like PPA was put in place for so everybody gets an experience, like okay, everybody gets to work. So public school or private school, there's no difference. But would you say otherwise? Like, what do you think about the whole situation?
About the PPA like opportunities.
Yeah.
To be honest, I want to first of all appreciate NYSC for the mandatory like posting because it would have been crazy if we had to go and job hunt ourselves.
Yeah.
So I completely agree. Although sometimes the place will post you to would have been great, but
It's
at least
crazy.
it's a stepping stone, and so I think it gives you time to think and plan what you want to do with your life after this.
And some of them even help people to have jobs afterwards because sometimes
Yeah,
they
Mhm.
retain you.
Yeah.
exactly.
But that's the thing, they retain you where? Like, I've had conversations with people, like, for example, you know, we're in Lagos.
Yeah.
So let's put in perspective people that are in Canon, people that are in Gobe.
Oh,
Where, for example, I'm a computer engineering graduate and you put me to a school to teach. Obviously, I'm not going to stay back, except God should touch my heart and give me a mission there. But generally, like, because generally, like, why would I want to stay back? You know, I'm not going to practice what I study.
Yeah.
There are no
The
opportunities.
pay
The pay there will not, and the millions they've spent on my education. So, like, why don't they just post? Me, I personally feel like if someone did, like, sorry, for example, biology education or something education, you can post them to school or like wherever. But if someone did engineering, like, come on, and you now later say you have industries and everything. Like, you're meant to put them in there so they can grow and learn.
I think that's
that
also one of the
for
things that
growth.
NYSC needs to work on. NYSC, you guys have a lot of flows, by the way.
We're about to get into the flows.
Yeah, that's just one of the things they need to work on.
Because it's
And
like
agree.
the way we've been talking, we are sweetening it.
We're about to enter
We're about to
serious.
enter,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
so-
said let's come soft.
We are still going to enter the whole public shit.
What's your? Well, let's do it now. What's your
Public
beef
and
with the whole
private.
public and private?
No, she brought it up now, right?
Yeah.
And when we are done with PPA, sure.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
we'll talk
good.
about that because apparently when we go to camps, like when you hear about camps, right, there's this, I won't call it a silent beef between public school graduates and private school graduates, right? There's always this thing of public school graduates always say that our degree is not correct.
For
we
me,
need
like,
hustle for
one
it.
thing that annoys
That's
me
not even
is
it.
always the ajebo.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Because why?
Because
I'm
we are
just on my
trenches
own.
now.
I'm just on my own.
Like,
I like
They
soft
never
life.
for once spoke English, all those girls, and I
Like,
was their
why
roommate.
why is that your first should I say weapon that you want to just use? Like, okay, for example, the first few weeks in camp I didn't eat camp food because I mean I saw what my roommates were bringing. I was like, I don't be part of this shit. You know, so the first thing that one babe was saying was like, oh, which school did you go to? I was like, oh, I went to private school. So you don't want to eat it. I'm like,
I just
even-
don't want to eat
even
it.
I had a friend that went to a private school as well, and she used to do like full skincare routine in the morning before,
Yeah.
and then they were just mocking her. I'm like, that's her life. Like, it's not like she's
Yeah.
forming for you. That's actually
But
her life.
They were actually no. There were students there were graduates that went to public schools. Like, it's not about like there's so many I
They're
met
supposed to do
that
what
were
your
very.
school. Thank you.
Not even too like they were very calm. I don't expect you to be, too short. Come up with this
Yeah.
particular
And
person
like,
and just
one
be
thing that
calm.
people should know is that your financial capability or the level of wealth you
Does
have
not
does
depend
not
on
even
the school
matter.
you went
No,
to.
not
You
even
get-
like
all of us
matter
have
in life.
focus.
Like, relating with other people.
Yeah.
I might be very rich and you might be a pauper, but I will never make you feel like well, at the end of the day we're still in the same room, all of us.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
You
matter
all
how
You're
much
still
you
wearing
have.
white and
Do you
white.
understand? So what do you
those,
feel like?
those guys are vicious and hideous.
They are insecure.
You know why?
They are
Why?
poor.
I was going to the clinic one day. I saw some girls chilling somewhere on one spot. I said, okay, let me just listen and hear what they're saying. So, guess what they were doing? They were plotting a coup on two girls.
Wow.
And guess what? Got those girls. They said, and one of these girls has one hand like this. See, with your one hand, you're still doing like this. She said, that rich kid, those rich kids, I will deal with them. In fact, two of them, so we'll beat them this night. I said, what?
Wow.
Said they were planning, they were planning the thing that, don't worry, when she comes out from here, we'll block her like this, we'll beat her, deal with her.
It just remind
you know I'm rich in
It just
camp.
reminded
Like, we
me
are all
of
dressed.
like
Everybody can
something
be
that happened. You know how they ask us
That's
to
where the
contribute.
whole school thing comes in.
You know how they ask us to contribute for like cultural day,
Yeah.
platoon. So there are two Covenant University guys, I think in platoon 10
Per.
or something. So all the girls in my room like them, like, oh my god, these guys I see, they're so rich, can you come? So the boys now made matters worse by contributing 50k each
Oh wow.
for their
See you
platoon.
graduate.
If
Calm
you see
down.
how girls in my room
Your whole
were
allowance
planning
times
how
two.
to impress these boys, I was like, what's happened?
Yeah, those girls.
I think it's a
No,
mentality.
but 50k
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a lot to
No, wait. No, you guys. I'm not going to be part of this.
Wait, what did they say? What did
No,
they
no.
say?
I think, but I think like
I have
was
to
like,
get
they are
to
from
the
public
crux of the
university.
issue.
Are
the
you sure
matter.
it's not you?
Who, me?
Because I see you.
No, he
She
was.
was
you remember my
illegal.
count. You remember my
But no,
count.
illegal. I don't think he has any. Okay, yes, exposure matters. But even in private schools, there were some babes that were actually ready to sell themselves just
Yeah,
for
I
money.
said that on
So it's
cultural
a,
day.
it's a matter of.
The way these people fitted their skirts just to get close to the boy. I'm like,
I don't think it's a matter of schools. That one is just a matter of you.
I mean,
There are some
those
people
people
I've met in.
Maybe they
Wait,
hit
no.
jackpot.
For example, let's say Unilag. That's one of the public universities I know. There's people that were from that school and they're proper, looking good, doing good. Last two, doing good. There are lots of them. To be honest,
like,
but
when
I
you
feel
say
like
broke,
I
what
feel
do you
like-
even mean? Like it's NYSC. What can you really
No,
flaunt?
since they
50K?
want to bring the conversation up, we might as well.
Mhm.
Because
I'm just like, why
why
is
is somebody
always
that's doing full skincare bothering you so much? Like you can't afford this. It's okay. Like leave. That's her own life. Like why is it? Why
But I
you-
feel like the competition will never stop, and that's one of the goals of NYSC.
Yeah, it's just
to
a
bring new people
stereotype that
together.
they have.
But you know the thing, the way the way they saw us as far we are like up there and we're doing this and doing that,
Rich
it also
kid.
puts me into perspective because there are some things I witnessed in camp that was like I had never been exposed to. So you have conversations with people and you just hear their stories and I'm just like you're just like wow. You know the opportunity someone could like so there are a lot of people in MS in camp that sponsor themselves from like secondary school till and I'm just
And
like
we totally respect that.
so I'm just like they have different experiences and those are the ones that are like normal with normal behaviors and
Yes.
calm. But there are some arrogant people and it's in both private
What I
and
don't
public
just
universities.
appreciate is you meeting me and trying to make me feel less because I
Yeah.
I think a certain type of way
Or I
live
went to a
luxurious
certain
life.
school.
Like what's
I
happening?
feel like they just feel like all of us were mommy's boy and daddy's
Yeah.
boy and daddy's
Do you know
boy
the
because
one-
we didn't get to
we're
do
not
things
condescending or
ourselves.
anything.
Yeah, the one conversation I've had with one person was they were saying that what they say my degree. Why you laughing?
me laugh.
They said that our degrees are most of it's not as authentic. If you bring the degree of someone that went to a private school in and someone that went to a public school, their first class is second class.
I beg everybody rest.
Like that was my issue. I was like,
Oh my
why,
God.
let's go to school and go to like we're not fighting.
No, but what do you
Do you know what this
I
reminds
honestly
me
think
of?
that you have what I
One
struggle
time-
with, you might not have struggle. My struggle is
One
not the same
time,
thing
our
as your
petroleum
struggle.
engineering department in my school went for a competition with public schools and we still won. So, just to like, it's
I think it's just a general thing.
It's a
Like,
mentality thing.
yes,
They
it
feel-
is.
they
They
feel
stereotype.
less and they
They
feel
feel they are suffering or something that they
Yeah.
hustle. Like, come on, man.
They
Like,
feel like they've done so much.
can
To,
is hustle like.
But actually,
Like,
let's
do you know what I'm
like they
saying?
have more
do you know-
exposure.
no, they have more challenges. For example,
Should
the
they strike?
struggles they have.
How many
Wait,
times
wait,
you
Wait,
like if you
wait,
work
for
from
example,
home?
in our school, like in the school I went to right now, I don't have to bother about somebody coming into my school or somebody coming up with guns or something like that, something crazy like that. In their own
Yeah.
school, they had that. So the one was like, can I finish class today without being attacked?
Yeah.
Do you get?
Can I say something?
But that doesn't mean that they should now use that as an opportunity to degrade. That's what I'm saying.
You guys, let me tell you something.
To wrap up, yeah.
Let me tell you something. I went through a lot as a private. School, yeah. That I feel like if I had even gone to a public school, it would have been better for me. Do you
Really?
believe?
Why is
Based
it?
on-
Government university is your mental health.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sorry, see you. I love you
See,
guys.
that's
Yeah.
for that aspect. You know, everything has you. It was pre-planned before you
Yeah.
went. You know what you're getting into.
No,
So,
I
You
didn't.
didn't know what you were getting into.
Yeah.
But I knew what I was getting into, so
Okay.
immediately I had already.
Well, I mean,
But-
it's different for everybody. So
Yeah, I feel like it's just a general thing. But to now get into the whole, NYC after camp. Because people always talk about camp. After camp is crazy. Personally, I have actually seen. At first, it was soft, right? They were always canceling my CDS. So it was nice, it was chilled. This person is passing out. But along the line, I had to do reposting at a point. And the hell I went through just to be reposted for my own convenience, like, it was crazy. Like, the concern, right, is for the coppers to be comfortable. I tell you that the journey from my house to my place of work is 4 hours, and it probably costs, let's say, 5K going, right? If we are going to use a public bus, let's say 1K. And I'm telling you that, I found another place that it's still in the same location, but then they have a service where they pick me up and drop me off, so I don't have to worry about convenience. Like you'll be more. I don't have to worry about transportation. It's more convenient. So even if I have to be in a 4-hour ride, at least I can comfortably sleep, finish safe. If you're in a public bus or any, you won't be able to comfortably rest. So you wake up by 5:30. You have taken 4 hours to get to work. All of that. And then they were like, one of the staff I went to meet was like, oh no, that she comes from way further and she still comes to work. Okay. I didn't choose the job. I didn't choose to do NYSC. So it was really upsetting to me because it's like every day you have to fight. And I saw her try and explain to them just to my clients. She'll remember, she'll be like, oh, why are you even reposting again? Because of distance, you know, I come from a further place. And I'm like, I didn't ask you to come from a further place. Like, it was really painful because I kept going back over and over, and it was so stressful. Like, it's not meant to be that stressful, in my opinion. Like, even the whole process, like doing clearance, at this point, why can't we clear just something simple? And even the space, like the way you told us, you told 2,000 people to, like, sometimes our clearance days would be like almost 700 people to come and clear. Like, isn't there like a better process to clear us or something?
Is. And there should also be a better plan for CDS, because I remember my very first ever CDS, I was so excited. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm finally going for CDS.
Most of us have been the vlog.
All we did was sit down, and then someone was talking about it's like Saeed again.
Yeah, someone was saying come and register.
And I'm like, why is this the CDS? So it's not
shocked.
encouraging. Couples are not encouraged to come. Yeah. It's boring, and they're not introduced this biometric CDS attendance. So it's like you're struggling to thumbprint every single week, and there's a number who want to jump the line. Some people bring. I was hearing one babe saying that she's going to bring her sister's child and act like it's her child. So that she can
they don't even care anymore about mothers.
I'm why is there only one fingerprint machine for 1,000 people? Why is the
for different batches?
Why is there only one person? It's very.
So you guys do fingerprinting?
Now it's biometrics now. You know about that.
I don't do all that. Oh yeah. True. We used to do that. Like, mine is special CDS. So like we go to Keja Cantonment to play football.
Okay.
I heard a story about a particular. I'm not sure how accurate this is, but I heard a story. I think it's pretty accurate about this particular local government area. But there was a woman, right? You know, obviously mothers end up doing NYSC and stuff. This woman was pregnant. She gave birth. Let's say today is Thursday. She gave birth today, and they told her that she's going to come for general clearance Friday general clearance. She gave birth on Thursday. Like, she literally gave birth on Thursday, and then she calls her like, oh, I can't come because I literally just gave birth. Do you know that this woman had to go with her, not up to a day-old baby, to go and get cleared?
I wouldn't.
Do you know she called the LGI? No, see, she's not obviously probably that exposed and knows that she has rights and all of that, like she can use. She's already out of fear, like, I have to get everything. She came with her husband, drove her, out of fear that we don't want them to punish her or something. She called the woman, and she was like, that's her business, she should find a way to sort it out. A woman, like, when I heard it, I thought it was a joke, but this, like, I'm just like, now this is legit possible. Because even if you're upset, someone just gave birth. The baby's not a day old. And it's general CDS. You can write so many times.
The girl would have still even gone next
she's a
week.
grown woman. She's not. The thing is that not, like, for example, if something like that, God forbid, happened to me, I won't even send, because every right, everything
you know,
to my favor,
has given me so many reasons to ask, like, is it even worth it? Because I'm not bragging. First of all, I got my job before NYSC. And my job pays me a decent salary without that 33K. So I like, do I need this? Because that kind of thing can make me end it. Like, that's it for me. Like, I quit, pull the plug. Like, I'm just someone that sometimes like I'm just if you guys have ever wondered, like, do I really need this? Because now I'm seeing jobs that are saying you must have NYSC certificate.
Yeah,
why is it a prerequisite? Because it's not like NYSC gives you anything.
It does.
What does it give you?
Exposure.
To what?
How has it helped you?
Okay, can imagine you wanted to do masters, maybe immediately after your undergrad, and then you didn't do it. For me, if I had gone straight for masters, I feel like I wouldn't have known some things. I feel like
you could have taken a gap year. You didn't have to go through NYSC. NYSC, although it has its benefits, but it's too rigorous.
difficult.
I get the points that Yakubu Gowon had. It was beautiful, right? Like when I was having a conversation with someone outside the country, they were like, "Oh, you guys have a program that's like all the youths get to work and like
it
good
sounds
to your
good.
image."
But then the thing is that like it was when I was having a conversation with them, I was like, "Oh, this is actually mad if it's put together properly." Because I've met people get married from NYSC.
Yes.
People make mad connections from NYSC. People
Definitely.
meet life-changing, like crazy
Mm-hmm.
things happen,
Yeah.
and you understand better. Like through this podcast, right? And having conversation with people, I've heard that. Oh, in the north, when it's hot is hot. It can get so cold like it's freezing. You know all these things. But I grew up in Lagos. I've always been in Lagos. So hearing something that happened in Gobe, I would never have.
Yeah.
You know, and we haven't gotten like the opportunity because of insecurity to experience. So it has its benefits, but the process is too crazy. It is too crazy.
You guys, NYSC took under the sun
And also,
rain.
because I'm
Personal.
currently trying to travel out of Lagos, right? And I have to go through a process of writing a letter. Can they like give us leave? Like they can give us in the 1 year, we can have like 2 weeks permission
But
because
how long are you going to stay?
just a week.
No,
But-
see, if you go early week, but like early time, like middle of the month, I don't think it will affect you. Because you just
No,
CDS,
I have to
you
do.
have-
No, you're not allowed
CDS.
to leave the state.
Okay, aside CDS.
So if you're
Yeah.
posted to Lagos State, Lagos corpers are not allowed to leave Lagos State.
for the whole 1 year.
Yeah,
Should
so that's
understand.
permission.
That was why. Okay.
That's why I'm saying that we should have like a free like you can.
So you have to
don't
go
go
through
by
a process.
yourself.
But generally, because when I
Process
talk
free.
to most coppers, except you got like a very, very good job and you're generally someone that was comfortable before NYSC, right? You probably be having a great time. Like there are lots of people I've also spoken to that the 33K is what they survive on. Do you get? So we are coming from a point of okay, maybe we have soft skills, like tech skills we've been able to use, and we have like better opportunities. There are some people that teaching job is what's keeping them afloat. Like in their life, they've not been able to earn that much money. So,
So 15K.
Do you get? So like
No, people-
NYSC came from that perspective. So to us, it's looking like this is ridiculous, but to them, it's like it's saving their lives. It's like it's saving their lives. So like this has just shown me that there are both ways to story.
Yeah.
But even the people, the things they go through just for that 33K is too crazy.
It can be better.
Bro, I've
It's
cried
too
during
crazy.
clearance before. I was under the sun from 8 a.m. till like 6 p.m.
And they don't, it's not,
And they were
it's
pushing
not nice. Like they treat us as if we're like
Clearance.
Yeah.
you know.
And the staff are so
Focus.
rude. And I get that it's because they're dealing with a lot of people, but
Guys.
the pressure you're going through, we're also going through. So you might as
Yeah.
well be nice.
I've
And
met some very
it will
sweet
help
ones,
if they
yeah.
can have like more people that are doing this clearance thing.
Yes,
like,
because why is it just
LG,
three
I was
people?
They
Not
pay
three
well.
people.
Obviously, people will run away from that type of offer because they don't pay
Do you
well.
that reminds me of that election time that they were looking for.
Because do you think I feel like there are lots of people that they've sent out. For example, let's say in a local government, maybe they've sent out 10 people to handle it. But how many people will show?
True.
I mean,
Because you know, there's like a lot of shady things going on. So they could just be, and most people don't want to talk. Like, it's not a clear straight. Because, like for example, in school there was a time where the owner of our school was like he used to drop money every year for the school to be repainted. But then throughout my 5 years, there was only repainted once. So in his head, they're doing everything perfectly. Like at the 50th anniversary thing, I think the Royal Head was having a conversation on the TV, and he was talking about how they've invested so much. And I'm just there like, huh? So to them, they've done their absolute best, but you know, it's broken down to chains. So before it gets to us, it goes through a lot of processes.
I can't wait to be
Because
done.
I heard
like
that-
what Fikemi is trying to say, you guys, is that NYC is a money making scheme. Continue.
And like there's people, that's what I'm trying to say, I beg you. But there are people in between, that are like making money out of it. Because you know, for CDS, I've had to contribute money for CDS.
Yes,
before.
now for all this.
And apparently
clearance
money is
stuff.
being released for CDS. I've had to
The
contribute.
money you contributed was for what?
Like when we want to buy stuff to
Yeah, for
give
like
to a school,
outreach.
outreach or something.
Oh, okay.
Do you get? Even if you want to do something, we'll be like, oh, who wants to contribute? I think there is a budget. I want to believe there is not. I don't want to believe
There's
there's
a
not a
budget.
budget for
There
that.
should be something out there.
Do you get? So like, there's a lot of things.
Perhaps.
But I just generally believe that NYSC it has. Let me not really lie. I'll be having
It
a
has
good
more
time.
disadvantages.
Mm.
than
It has more
advantages.
disadvantages.
Yeah.
The advantages make you forget the advantages for like a short time, then it comes again to remind you. Have you had a crazy NYSC experience so far?
Is it outside the camp? Or?
Outside the camp, like this 6 months.
Yes, now. There was this day like this. I was going for my clearance. Yes. So I was rushing. I was really late for stuff. So I was on top of the bike. So as I was going, this guy, I don't know whether it's his first time. There was a sandstorm in front. Not a sandstorm, but like sand.
Yeah.
So his hand was shaking. As in, the bike flipped like this. I jumped out of the bike, landed on my back.
Oh damn.
My pants tore.
Your
My
khaki.
my khaki, my khaki tore and everything. I looked like a mess. As in, I was so annoyed. I had to wear something else. Went to the place, laid my
Like
my
what
excuse.
happened?
What happened? They said, where's the khaki? I don't want to see the khaki that I'm capping. I just want to look nice happy because I went to wear one nice corduroy pants, looked good.
Now you focus.
So where's the khaki? They don't believe me. Eventually I did my stuff, but that was crazy because of the adrenaline. You're rushing. You're okay.
You want to make it in time.
As in, I don't want to have that experience again. That's why in Lagos, have a car so you will survive.
Car or no traffic, and the road to my own local government is not good at all.
So
But
since
how would you
then,
say
I can't do that.
your 6 months experience has been so far?
To be honest, my 6 months has been, I don't know, I don't really pay attention to NYSC until when I have to go for CDS and I'm like, okay, it's tomorrow. But I would say I've met somebody very important, like someone that helped me greatly in NYSC. Like that's the highlights. But every other thing has just been pain. Like speaking of crazy experiences, one of the clearances, you know how you go and pick up your file at the beginning? I couldn't find my file.
That happens. And they'll say don't take your file
Don't take it home.
And I was so angry because the woman was yelling at me like everybody almost we almost finished clearance that day. And she was telling me that I'm unserious, I'm irresponsible, I didn't keep it well. I'm like, this same office where I kept it. So why is it not in your office? Why am I responsible? If I took it home, okay, fine, I would have been responsible for it. I cried, looking for that file in that office. But then I eventually found it in, I think, food CDS or charity CDS.
Okay, in another envelope.
And you was like, it's not my fault. So that day I was just upset, like, because I honestly didn't mind buying a new one because it's just fun.
But the things inside.
But my acceptance letter and everything.
Personally,
That's
I'm
my
scared
fear,
of doing
like-
this clearance next week. I'm scared.
Do you know, because the issue is that to wrap up, like when you're about to go for the CDS, clearance, when you get your file, I don't even guess why they say we can't take it. Maybe so we don't misplace it. But then getting it, someone has almost stepped on my head before just to get the file because they call it according to number that you write on the list. So you want to quickly get your file. So when they call your name, you can go in and do your clearance and get out of there. But before I find my file, the next thing, there was even an episode. Some guys, their file wasn't brought out. They couldn't find it, and they told them they can't enter the office. This person had been there since 6:30 in the morning. And they didn't allow him to check inside for his file till like 2 p.m. Like, why? They said they had rules. Like, they should, like, don't look at us as far, we just want to stress you out. The same way, we just want to do what you said we should do and go in peace. We just want to do what we want to do and go in peace. What will you say your 6 months has been like?
Please, can you make our allowance?
I think you're asking the wrong person.
Okay, for me, right, I feel like PPA
breathe.
I feel like PPA wise and like work wise, like I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. But the whole my khaki is not even my size again. Like,
and I'm not buying new one.
Do you understand?
It's too cheap.
5K.
Why is the material so cheap?
Is it cheap?
No, the one that was from Cam. I could just jump and it's torn.
And we
That was
always
why I
fly
wore
back
that.
on a steady.
That
So
was
if
why I
you
wore that.
if you do mistake, you go just hear.
Right?
The socks. I can't even wear any of that.
You guys, I feel like the highlights for my own, like what's really made me realize that this kind of necessary documentation, like it was hell for me. Like I remember there was a day I had to go back and forth from my office to the local government like thrice because they kept finding faults in my letter. Like I was just like, God, did I make it?
But generally, after NYSC, right, to wrap up, after NYSC, do you think you're going to, what do you think you're going to do? Do you think this has given like a brighter light as to what you're going to do in the future? Like, let me start for me. To be honest, I would say that before the end of NYSC, I would have figured out what exactly I want to do. But the stress of going through this process is not even giving me time to think about what I want to do. Because you have a 9 to 5. If you're, for example, I create content, right? I can't even, because you know, when you're creating content, you have to give your mind time to think and process. When I wake up, I leave there by 6, get back by 6. I just want to sleep. So I don't have time to even think about my future. I'm just joking. But like, you're just really, really tired out, right? The process is just stressful. They gave an opportunity like, oh, you know what, this is what you do, let's get you a job here or something. But you know what, they can't do that for 1 million people. Because we're not just the only coppers. There are coppers in different states. So what do you guys say, like, after school, what's your plan?
Okay, let me go. For me, NYSC is just an add-on. Because like I said, I got my job before NYSC, so I'm just doing it because. But I would say, however, that this job has given me time to like think, like things I'm doing at my job now have made me kind of know what I would rather not be caught doing.
What you don't want to do.
Exactly. So I now have a clear, not kind of clear, but like 70% clear, you know, direction for my career, and I'm just grateful that NYSC was like that intermediate phase of my life where I can float, make mistakes, and also So after NYSC, I'm going to move to my dream career.
Yes.
Grateful.
For you?
Okay, so for me, NYSC itself has been a huge burden. So, you know, there are things you want to do, but like you can't do it yet because of this system that is quite sparse and sporadic. You know, it's not something you see everywhere. So you want to, you know, you want to do other things, you know. You just
do what you're passionate
like
about.
Someone like me now, I'll just put it out there, you know. I have a lot going for me, like you get aside NYSC. So I have my agency, my workplace, you know, capsule. There's a lot, so I just feel it's just an added, you know, burden. They carry across, like carrying something heavy at your back. It's like you come back, you're thinking of clearance, you know, all those things. Aside camp, maybe I feel if they can just say, okay, camp after camp, go and enjoy and all that. But anyways, it's been a rough ride, but we'll get there.
Oh God, same ones in rough. Okay, what I want to do after NYSC, really, I don't know till then. One thing about me, I don't like to deep things, but I feel like NYSC has made me realize that this job I'm actually doing is actually something I love, and I feel like if I did not serve, I wouldn't have known that.
So during the NYSC, it sounds like we have been so sweet. After bashing you guys have helped our lives. Sandwich method. Not really. Mine is just that this is a beautiful initiative. I love it, but it needs to be restructured, to be honest. But thank you guys so much for being my guest today. Did you enjoy the conversation?
Yes, I did.
We're meant to be a trivia where I ask them questions. For example, where was NYSC founded?
1973. I'm so smart.
How many states are in Nigeria?
36.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 36.
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
36 now.
Are you sure it's
36 states and capital.
You're sure it's 36?
Of course.
Yes, now.
Who found
I'm trying to.
Who found NYSC?
Yakubu, go on. Clap for yourself.
Who is the president of Nigeria?
Tinubu. Lord. It's Tinubu. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Let us know in the comment section if there's anything you can relate to.
Like, share, subscribe.
Share with your friends. We also have a podcast, like an actual podcast where you can listen to. It's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever. And then subscribe to this YouTube channel so we bring out more videos.
Where do you follow?
Follow your social media. Your social media handle.
Instagram, Unction.
Yes.
Can you spell it?
UNCTIO, like
Unction.
Without the F. Function without F.
Yes.
Don't ever do that.
Mine, Fikemi Aderoju.
Okay, mine, Canon.lit. So Canon. So CANON.LIT.
Oh, you really did.
Okay, follow me at precious_NSA.
Yes, Precious Insight.
Love you guys.
Bye guys. We'll see you guys in our next episode. And if you'd like to be a guest, reach out to us. Like if you're a top rank official in NYSC as well, let's have a conversation. Let us know if we're not saying things as how they're meant to be. And there's another way we should say it.
You guys can do better, I feel so.
Bye.